everyone, my name is Óbuda and I would like to show you my official unofficial network state exam solutions. Now it's the fourth topic about Cooper media, the advantages and disadvantages of Cooper cabling. But of course first we should talk about the physical layer to introduce the Cooper media, because what does the physical layer provides us? It defines all the electrical, procedural and other means that should be fulfilled in order for bit transmission. So it does encoding, because what encoding means that a signal should be encoded based on a pattern, because the receiver or the other devices somehow should understand the data that has been transmitted, and the encoding is helping in this. And in this case the pattern is the key important, because these patterns are known by the other devices. Also, another characteristics of it is the signaling, because imagine that we are having signals like this, and the signaling is important because the physical layer has to tell that what is a binary 0 and what is a binary 1. See, for example, this is a binary 1, or this is a binary 1, or this is a binary 1, or this is a binary 0, or this is a binary 0. So signaling is important, that these signals should be somehow managed in a way that they will tell which is a binary 0 and 1, and this is done by the physical layer. Also, it is important, or I have to emphasize, that the physical layer is crucial, because the physical layer only transmitting data, but the physical layer can use Cooper media, optical media, or wireless transmission. So it is possible that while we are sending a traffic from a source to a destination, it will go through on all of these three types. So the physical layer does the conversion between them, and you don't have to bother with them. So that's the beginning, or the introduction to the Cooper media. So the Cooper media is a media that will simply transmit data, so it operates in the physical layer. The advantage and disadvantages is quite easy. The advantage that it's easy to install, it's cheap, and I believe that's all. The disadvantage is that it's not usable for long distances, and we cannot put too much cables too close to each other, and of course the interference, that it does not have a good noise protection. So the characteristics of Cooper cabling, I've just said them. The main types of Cooper media is the unshielded twisted pair, the shielded twisted pair, and the coaxial cable. So how they are looking? The unshielded twisted pair is the simplest one. It's the most cheap one, the cheapest one, and it's the one that's really easy to use. And here we have an outer jacket that in every case will protect from minor physical damage, and we have twisted or wrapped pairs in it. They are twisted in order to have some noise protection. And basically that's all about the unshielded twisted pair. The shielded twisted pair is the advanced or the evolved one, because there we have an outer jacket, there is a braided shield or foil shield, and then there are the twisted pairs in an independent foil shield as well. Of course, the shields will give better protection against noise, but as it requires more materials, it is more expensive, and as more expensive. And yeah, and of course, because here we have shields, have a better protection against noise. And we have the coaxial cables, which are mainly replaced by the previous two, so they are simply used to connect wireless devices to antennas. And the coaxial cable uses a conductor at the middle as a core in which the signal is running, and on nope, and on that there is an insulator And I believe that's all, because there is an, of course, outer jacket as well, maybe a braided shield, I don't know, but it's mainly replaced. So the types of UTP cabling, we have some category. We have the category 3, 5, and 3, 5, and 6, and the categories defines, or simply the higher the category, the more bandwidth they are supporting. So the category 3 was used for voice transmission, so for phones. The category 5 is the basic if you would like to do a network, but the category 6 is the most advisable to use if you consider or install a totally new network, because they are the better one. Also, what other types we have? We have the straight through, the straight crossover, and the rollover. The straight through is at the UTP is the one where you connect the cable with a network device, so a host to a network device. The straight crossover is when you connect these two same devices, like switch to a switch or router to a router. And the rollover is, if I remember well, Cisco proprietary, and it connects workstations to maybe network devices, but I'm not sure about this. These are the types, and the sources of interference is quite simple. That because we are having a lot of cables, then these cables will do the interference, radio and electromagnetic interference, and crosstalk will appear. You can talk about crosstalk here, one word, one sentence if you want. They came out with a new design where they are using cancellation. They are putting two cables in a vice versa or an indirect direction. Therefore, their two electromagnetic field will cancel each other out. Therefore, they cannot be interfered. And the other one is the number of twists or wraps, because if we twist more, it will have a better protection. And that's all about the fourth topic. Again, if I said something wrong, then I don't really care. And don't forget to subscribe.